there's another trail here near the shop that I'm going to walk today, and I had to walk the road a little bit to get here, but the first part I come by is sort of the end of the trail, and I was just going to come down here and show y'all this steep downhill, and it goes for a ways down there, and I'm really not interested in going up or down this big hill. It's been raining a little bit lately, so it's a little soupy. All there is a rope that I could hang on to going up and down it, but you know, the rope has been in the dirt and the mud, so I was just swinging in here to give a quick look down the hill down there. And it's another part of what they call the Downing Mile, and I think some, not ranger training students, but people trying to get into ranger regiment, you know, they get a little bit scuffed up in a sort of an indoctrination process. So I think they use this little walking trail, and there's some ropes right there. And back in the day, yeah, sure, I could have done all that, but not these days. Not climbing a rope. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to be doing all them obstacles. It's just a place that I can walk comfortably during my lunch break. Get some steps in. I'm not out here trying to go big, go heavy. None of that. I'm just trying to get some walking done while I'm at work. It's a good opportunity for me to get an exercise session in, because once I get home, I don't have a whole lot of time to do much. So this is a good opportunity for me to get a quick exercise session in. Sometimes I listen to some of you guys' vlogs with my earbuds in while I'm working, but didn't bring the earbuds today, so try to listen to a few of them while I'm walking here today. Yeah, I hadn't walked this trail in a little while, and this isn't the same part of the trail of a vlog I did a while back when I was acting like I was running. It's part of the same system, but it's not the exact same trail that I was running the other day. And this right here is a little growed up. Woohoo! I don't know what it is about, you know, the condition of my joints nowadays. Going downhill really hurts my knees. It's easier going uphill. It doesn't affect my joints that much, but naturally going uphill works the muscles more. But yeah, it's hard on my knees going downhill. I'm not all too interested in messing around with these. And then even if I could jump over it, there's like mud puddles around each one. One of the things I wanted to bring up, and I can't say it's really all too of an important issue, but for me, it's something that I've wrestled with, and it's screen time on my cell phone, or even at home on my laptop or computer. But Facebook has been something that has stolen time away from me for far too many years. I don't think I got my first smartphone until maybe 2010, somewhere 2010 or 11. Wasn't long after me and Mandy started dating, and I didn't know anything about the cell phone addiction or none of that stuff. I was already on social media at the time. I had messed around with MySpace back in the day, and then Facebook come about, And in the beginning, it was really cool because I reconnected with a lot of people from my past. People I grew up with in my area, went to school with. Then I started finding people I was in the Army with, and then, you know, connecting with people I worked with at Walmart at the time. And it was a really, really cool place to get back in touch with people. So I still enjoy it for that fact of maintaining close contact with family and friends, but it just seems like it's been such a mess with ads, people just sharing stuff that has nothing to do with them, you know, sharing posts from whether it's sports, politics, or any kind of thing. And a lot of it is humorous, but a lot of it is very inflammatory and divisive. And you know, I do have my thoughts, beliefs, and but sometimes that kind of stuff being fed to you all the time, it just it creates, I don't know, a little bit of unrest inside of me. You know, sometimes it'll get me worked up seeing something that I don't agree with, or you know, even, you know, some people that have the same thoughts and beliefs as I do will share something from the other sides, you know, sort of like, look at this, look what they believe, or look what they are doing. And it's just incites a negative emotion. And I've gotten away from Facebook at times in the past just because it was such a cesspool of negativity. But that's just one side of the coin. And good Lord, there's some mosquitoes out here. But the part that bothers me the most is how much time that I spend doom scrolling and don't even enjoy the things that I'm seeing, but I'm still constantly scrolling. I won't leave the platform for whatever reason. And I looked up a lot of stuff with neurological things. Got you. I'm gonna kill you too, Skeeter. But neurological stuff with, I don't know, dopamine and all that mess. And you know, it's more about me than it is the platform that makes me want to get away from it, because I've wasted countless of hours of time scrolling social media. And actually, YouTube can be listed in the same category as far as things that occupy your time and mind and you don't get anything out of it. But for me, at least with YouTube, I'm more entertained, or I'm educated on something, you know, things that tell you something that you wanted to know. So I can appreciate YouTube a lot more than I can Facebook, and possibly, you know, Instagram is sort of the same thing, just ads after ads after ads. You know, there's sometimes I would count 6 or 7 ads before I'd see a post from one of my actual Facebook friends. And I'm sure YouTube, you know, they do have ads on theirs, but once Mandy started watching YouTube, I was the one that started that addiction. You know, the whole YouTube thing, as far as watching a bunch of it. She was having a problem with the ads. Got tired of sitting through them, so we actually subscribed to a YouTube premium plan just so we can don't have to deal with the ads. But I don't know if the other social media I don't know if Facebook, Instagram, or whatever else y'all are on, if they have a paid subscription thing to get rid of ads. But if they do, I'm not interested. But yeah, this social media, cell phone addiction is something that I've taken notice of in my own life. And I'd like to be able to control it. I'd like to be able to control it instead of just removing it and deactivating, because I don't want to lose contact with all the people that I have on Facebook, because there's some important people that the easiest way to get in touch is through Facebook. So my plan is to leave it activated and just to try to log out of it and spend some time away from it, and hopefully that will help curb the appetite for it. But I've done it a little bit in the past, but I don't have the app on my phone, but I got to where I was logging in through the browser, and it makes it easy to do that too. Facebook is the main culprit of my, I'd say, depression. It causes me to get depressed, because there was times at home, you know, I'm just sitting there on the recliner next to Mandy. I have my laptop open, and the laptop's up on the armrest. She's watching TV, and I'm just going back and forth, scrolling Facebook, looking at Marketplace, going to YouTube, then back to Facebook, flip over to Google News, back to YouTube, and it is just an endless cycle of nothing. Chattahoochee. Don't work far from the river. Ooh. Might have walked up on some spiders. Let's see. There's a big one right there. And there's brothers down there. But that is one of the things in my life that I can live without and not be heartbroken about it. All that rambling to come to the point to ask the question if Facebook and cell phone addiction, can it cause depression? I don't know if it does in your life, but I feel like it has in my life. You know, just when there's been things that I needed to do that I completely ignored or put off because maybe I didn't feel well, I was a little bit tired, but I ended up spending hours sitting there just using the internet for nothing productive. So, man, I tell you what, keep on having to smack these mosquitoes. But it's one of the things that I can do to improve my life is to curb my screen time, internet usage, and I try to tell myself that if I'm going to be looking at a screen, I want it to be in a productive manner. I want to be creating something for YouTube, or I want to be consuming content from you guys that I enjoy watching, building relationships and friendships with through YouTube, or just educational stuff to help me do things like fix stuff around the house, take on projects. So that's where I wish my screen time was, is with uplifting and building instead of wastefulness and perpetuating a sedentary lifestyle. So Whew, sorry for the heavy breathing. It's going up and down some little gullies. But if you guys have any issues or have had to deal with, some mental, emotional baggage and stuff, maybe caused or exacerbated by being on the internet, social media, or whatever it is, just tell me about it in the comments, because I ain't saying I got a handle on this, and if y'all have something that would help, that would be nice to read about, and for other people to browse through the comments and maybe help them too. But another thing, we've been doing this vlogging thing. This community's been growing, and some of us have been showing up in each other's comments, but some of you, I don't even know your first name, and I like to be on a first name basis with people. And my name is in the channel name, but some of you are not, and I feel too embarrassed to say, hey, what's your first name? I want to be able to call you by your first name. So if you're watching this and you have a channel that does not incorporate your first name, comment down below and let me know what your first name is, because for instance, I feel a little bit strange calling somebody like Van with Shifting Nuggets. I don't want to address him by this channel name whenever we're in like the live stream stuff. So I'd like to know your first names, so that way can build stronger relationships, get to know each other better. But here I am at the bottom of the hill at which I was standing at the top of a few minutes ago. I'm not quite sure how far it is from there to here, because I got tired of my workout app. Kept saying, workout paused, workout resumed. So I just ended it. But it's usually from walking out the door at the shop to walking around here, turn around and walking back the way I came. It's close to 1.5 miles. So anyways, I'm gonna put this thing down and try to listen to a couple more vlogs of y'all's on the way back to the shop. So appreciate y'all stopping in, and thanks again for all the people that watch my vlogs. I know the last 2 have been really long, and I want to shorten them up. I want to get them back down around 10 minutes, so that way you don't have to spend so much time listening to me blabbing my mouth about nothing. Oh Lord, I got a spider web on there. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching, commenting, liking, and I'll be there and watching y'all's, liking y'all's videos and commenting. So we'll see y'all soon.